In the early 50s, my brother and I were mason and concrete contractors in Southern California. And we had a need for a way to place concrete in concrete block and brick construction and concrete construction on building sites. And there wasn't a good concrete pump available for that type of work. So we built our own. These concrete pumps were for our own use. And then we were bought out by a company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Carrying Company. They were crane manufacturers and construction equipment manufacturers primarily. And they were going to put our pump on the market. We stayed there for several years until they decided they didn't want to get in the concrete pump business. We started a company to make concrete pumping accessories, pipelines, and the wear parts for concrete pumping. My brother and I did the fabrication. And Al Doer, who was the controller at the company we came from, handled the finances. And we had another partner, Bob Sideritz, who was involved in the marketing part-time. And one of our first orders was a pipeline order for a contractor in Minneapolis. And we had to make the pipe and design the equipment to make the product and paint it and package it and do all those things. The second order was a large order for a nuclear power plant. And that involved more time, more equipment. This order that we got for the nuclear power plant was quite a large order. And so then we all became fully employed. One of the items that got to be very popular was the coupling that coupled the concrete placing line, the components of the placing line system. This is pieces of pipe, pieces of hose, elbows, reducers, and things like that. There was a void there, so we designed a coupling that was tailored to concrete pumping that wasn't available on the market. In the meetings that we had when we formed the company, we had periodic meetings deciding what products to manufacture or to get started in, and our lawyer, in order to incorporate in Wisconsin, he needed a name, and we suggested to him at one of our meetings that we would Construction Specialties would be a good name because we didn't know exactly what we were going to manufacture. In the interim, we did get an order for some concrete placing lines, and at our next meeting, he announced that the Construction Specialties name was taken by another company, so he used the name Construction Forms. And that really didn't fit at the time. Construction Forms wasn't really a concrete pumping system. A construction forms could be a piece of paper, could be a lot of different things. But the result was that construction forms got to be the name in the industry that supplies the systems.
Through the 1960s, the concrete pump manufacturers provided the concrete placing lines and accessories for their respective pumps. Concrete pump users many times had to purchase concrete pumping system components from several different sources. With over a dozen concrete pump manufacturers providing some systems components and other suppliers filling in with items not engineered for concrete pumping, there was confusion and many times unavailability or slow service. In 1969, the founders of Construction Forms saw an opportunity to be of service to the concrete pumping industry. Construction Forms was founded in 1969 to provide concrete placing lines and accessories to the concrete pumping industry. Construction Forms has grown from 3 employees at one location to a company with over 100 employees at various plant locations. The motto of Construction Forms has been and is progress through awareness. Construction Forms' main plant in Cedarburg, Wisconsin has 45,000 square feet of manufacturing space. Complete machining facilities include a computer-controlled lathe, several automatic chuckers, engine lathes, milling machines, drill presses, and a complete tool room. Construction Forms has 3 modern bending machines for bending thin wall and heavy wall tubing and pipe in diameters up to 10 inches. All 3 bending machines have internal mandrels, pressure dies, and wiper dies to ensure concentricity in the bend area, so important in the concrete pumping industry. Construction Forms elbows are used on most articulated concrete placing booms used in the United States. Construction Forms has the ability to provide compound bends and custom bends for special applications. Construction Form standard and custom elbows can be conite treated for longer life. Construction Forms has the most modern welding equipment available. Welding fixtures and positioners are used on all welded components. Here we see ends being welded to an elbow on a positioner. After degreasing in a vapor degreaser, straight pipe sections are moved to the welding station where weld ends are installed. Note the 2 weld ends being welded at the same time. Construction Forms concrete placing lines are color-coded. White for standard duty, green for heavy-duty service. Construction Forms takes pride in its prompt shipping record. With our own trucks and common carrier freight service available, prompt delivery is assured. In addition to the main plant in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, Construction Forms has branch facilities in Los Angeles, California, and Miami, Florida. An inventory of all standard products and complete hose coupling service is available at these sales and warehouse locations. The Construction Forms Easy Open Snap Coupling with the patented safety lock feature is one of the early products developed. The Construction Forms Easy Open Snap Coupling is designed and engineered for concrete pumping systems. Construction Forms 1-bolt and 2-bolt couplings are designed and built with the same heavy-duty features. Construction Forms standard couplings for grooved-in placing lines and accessories are painted orange with a black handle. Construction Forms heavy-duty couplings for raised-in heavy-duty placing lines and accessories are painted dark green with a black handle. To ensure the safety of the complete line of Construction Form couplings, we have had them tested and certified by an independent testing laboratory. Note the Construction Forms concrete placing lines and accessories used on this construction project. Workers here are using the Construction Forms Easy Open Snap Coupling to attach a flexible placing hose to the steel line. For use with the Construction Forms line of standard and heavy-duty couplings, we have developed the V-gasket. Some of its advantages are easy installation, no cavity to steal the grout from the concrete. It also absorbs shock in the line. Plus, easy cleaning makes the V-gasket the true choice of the professional concrete pumper. The Construction Forms green line of concrete placing line systems was engineered and developed to meet the demands of today's high-pressure concrete pumps. With the raised end on concrete placing line components, there is more area in contact with the coupling. Construction Form's heavy-duty raised ends on concrete placing line components eliminate the need for grooves, increasing the life of the system. Construction Forms develop the express hose end and the machine to install it on the hose. Today's job demands, such as a high-rise building or long-distance pumping, coupled with the higher pressure capabilities of today's pumps, require a durable hose and hose end. The express hose end has been tested and proven to exceed 1,200 pounds per square inch. Available in all sizes. Exclusive express hose ends have formed steel ferrules externally compressed to secure the hose into the conite-treated hose body grooves. To install the express hose end and crimp steel ferrule on the hose, Construction Forms developed and built the machinery to insert the hose body into the hose and the crimper to deform the steel ferrule that locks the body onto the hose. The conite-treated hose body with the steel ferrule provides up to 4 times the life of hose bodies and ferrules used previously. The Construction Forms mini placer is used to help distribute the concrete on decks and other concrete pours where handling of the discharge hose is difficult. The Construction Forms high-pressure swivel can be used on articulated concrete placing booms to ensure the free movement of concrete placing components where needed. Construction Forms concrete placing line components, including couplings, gaskets, elbows, swivels, straight pipe sections, reducers, and special bends, are used on all major brands of truck-mounted articulated boom-equipped concrete pumps. Products with special features such as steel cable hose and components with heavy-duty ends are standard equipment on many boom units. Construction Forms wall valves, elbows, diversion valves, placing hose are being used in all types of concrete construction projects. Construction Forms sales engineers can help you design concrete pumping systems for your project. Contractors report savings of up to 40% on their concrete placing costs on many projects by using concrete pumps instead of the old-fashioned cranes, buckets, or conveyors. Construction Forms provided the scissors for use on this slip form project in Texas. The steel scissors moved with the slip form, allowing the installation on vertical pipe on the run. The combination of the scissors, the diversion Y valve, and side hinge discharge valves added up to a plus for this contractor. The use of concrete has grown dramatically in the 20th century. Concrete pumping as a placement method has come a long way in this period. In 1968, only 1% of our nation's contractors pumped concrete. By 1970, the figure was 12%. And estimated that 50% will be using the technique by the early 1980s. Concrete pumping is here to stay, to help build high-rise buildings, stadiums, bridges, churches, expressways, and power plants. We at Construction Forms, the world's largest manufacturer of concrete placing lines and accessories, are helping to lower the cost of concrete pumping today to ensure a successful tomorrow. Progress through awareness. Remember, when it comes to pumping concrete, we have the system.